Stellantis just made what might be the worst business decision of 2025. The automaker moved Jeep Compass production from Canada to Illinois to dodge Trump tariffs. Smart move, right? Except now they're hemorrhaging $480 million and counting. And the factory they abandoned in Canada? It's thriving. Here's what nobody saw coming. When Trump tariffs on auto imports hit 25%, Stellantis panicked. They pulled Jeep Compass production out of Brampton, Ontario, and relocated everything to Belvidere, Illinois. The headlines celebrated it as American manufacturing coming home. But behind those press releases, something catastrophic was unfolding. The Belvidere plant costs are spiraling out of control. Labor expenses up nearly 30%. Energy costs jumped over 40%. Supply chains stretched to the breaking point. The Stellantis tariff strategy that was supposed to save billions is now bleeding money faster than anyone predicted. Industry insiders are calling it one of the biggest industrial miscalculations in recent memory. Meanwhile, Trump tariffs keep driving costs higher across the entire auto sector. Analysts estimate these tariffs could add $10,000 to the price of an average American-made car. Dealers report canceled pre-orders. Stellantis has already laid off 900 workers in Michigan and Indiana due to production delays and supply shortages. Plants in Mexico and Windsor went dark for weeks, creating bottlenecks rippling through North American auto production. The brutal irony? While Stellantis struggles in Illinois, Canada quietly turned crisis into opportunity. Instead of retaliating, Ottawa enforced the contracts. Stellantis had received $14.6 billion in Canadian government support with explicit job guarantees. When the company tried to relocate, Industry Minister Melanie Joly made it clear, public investment means public accountability. Canada didn't panic. It pivoted. The Brampton facility that Stellantis abandoned, it's getting retooled for new vehicle programs. Windsor added a third production shift to absorb workers. And the real game changer, Stellantis and LG Energy doubled down on NextStar Energy, a $5 billion EV battery plant producing enough capacity to power hundreds of thousands of vehicles annually. This is where the Stellantis relocation completely backfired. The company fled Canada to escape tariffs, but walked straight into something worse: unsustainable operational costs in the U.S. Trump auto tariffs didn't just hit imports. They fractured the entire North American supply chain, making domestic production more expensive than anyone anticipated. UBS analysts warn that rising costs and broken supply lines could crush demand, turning tariff protection into self-inflicted economic damage. The Trump tariff impact on automakers has been devastating, but Stellantis took the biggest hit because they made the riskiest bet by relocating production at the worst possible time. Canada's response reveals something crucial about modern industrial policy. While the U.S. chased protectionism with tariffs, Canada pursued stability through enforced contracts and strategic investment. Ontario froze public funding until Stellantis provided verifiable production plans. Unifor, Canada's largest auto union, coordinated with federal and provincial governments in what insiders call the Team Canada approach. Unity became economic leverage. The Stellantis Jeep Compass decision highlights a larger truth about Trump trade policy consequences. Tariffs don't automatically bring manufacturing home. They create chaos, raise costs, and force companies into desperate moves that often backfire spectacularly. Stellantis production costs in Illinois prove that reshoring isn't always the answer when the economic fundamentals don't support it. Canada invested another $1.2 billion in its battery sector, while Stellantis struggles with volume targets and margin compression in the U.S. The Canadian auto industry transformation is accelerating toward EVs while American plants fight declining efficiency under tariff pressure. So here's the real question. In a world obsessed with trade walls and economic nationalism, could the quietest nation become the strongest simply by staying steady? The Stellantis disaster suggests the answer might be yes. Subscribe to follow how this story unfolds and what it means for the future of North American manufacturing.